for, 12 hours. You know
after
what I mean?
After
Yeah, when I left as a kid, and I was like, hey, go home, rest.
Forget about it.
Got a girl's number,
right.
so I'm cool.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now it's just, I don't know. It's difficult.
So what would you want to accomplish through therapy? I mean, is it something that you want to change? And if you do, what is it that you would, what would you focus on that you think would make things better? Or do you even believe there is something that could make you feel better about the situation that you're facing with the social anxiety? Is there something that you've, could you think a different way about it, perceive it a different way, approach it a different way? Is there anything that, are you at the level of acceptance, or do you feel like you're constantly going to be faced with this, and that's why you're in therapy, is to see what you can do to possibly lessen the feelings of it that come from it, the side effects of it, the severity of it?
Mm-hmm.
To me, it sounds like you feel like it's progressively gotten worse. And so, is there anything that you think that could possibly make it better?
Coming to counseling, I came with the hope that, there are things that I possibly could do to make it easier. Maybe some kind of, and I've thought of this, I just thought of maybe some kind of mental, mental game that I can play that will get me through, and not sort of like a meditation, can I people feel better after meditation. They, when you're one with the earth and this kind of thing. So I'm just like, is there something I can do before a social situation, okay, where I can lessen my anxiety,
Because you're cognitive of what's going on, and that's not reducing your anxiety. So what you're doing now isn't working, basically, is what you're saying.
No.
So what you're seeking out is something that's going to make you possibly feel better, and that's what you're really wanting to explore through therapy. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. It is.
Okay.
It just for me being so quiet and introverted, like I was saying before, that people, it seems like, people want to know more about me, so I get a lot of people trying to talk to me, and and it's, a lot of times it's small talk that I'm thinking, is it leading to you trying to, hang out, or, you know what I mean? And
so you're always thinking about what someone's intent is.
I think, I do think of that a lot. I do. Not, it's mostly, like, someone comes up to me at the gym, and, I'm automatically thinking, okay, they're going to start talking, then they're going to want to work out together.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm just like, that leads to, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I need to, I'm going to be me. And I am comfortable with, just being quiet and being to myself, being reserved. I'm really comfortable with that. What I'm not comfortable with is when it's something that I probably need to explore, in doing. Like, maybe I need to go to this convention or something that, is professional development. And, and I might see something in the criteria that says that they want you to they want you to engage and be a part of it and this that. As soon as I see that, I'm like, I'm not going. So I think the hindering part, going back to you asking the hindering part, in a way it is, because I think if I was more, and if I was just in those situations, if I can just feel more comfortable with it, I would go to more. I'm going to be introverted. Like I said, I'm going to be reserved. I'm going to be who I am. I feel there's power in that. Okay, but it stops me from going to certain events. Okay, even if I can go to the event and feel drained afterwards, but lessen the anxiety to go, get through it, feel drained, come home, recharge, and know that the next event is a month away. I'm going to that. Go to that, come home, recharge. I'll be okay. It's just that it prevents me from going. I'm not going.
So it doesn't,
because it drains me to think about going.
Right.
So I want to ease my mind, and condition my brain, my mind, to not feel anxiety even about thinking about going, when I can say no. I know I can say no, but I'm still, my anxiety is still high, thinking that if I should go or not.
Right.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
So it doesn't add value to your life. Those type of interactions, you would say, a lot of people would say that, socializing adds, it does something for them. It gives them a sense of peace, happiness.
Well, they're extroverts.
Extroverted people enjoy that type of thing. So basically is what you're trying to say is those kind of interactions don't add value to your life. And therefore, if it were up to you completely, you would avoid them at all costs because you don't see the value in them. Would that be an accurate statement?
That is an accurate statement. The only but I do see value in them, like I was saying, to help my career. That's the thing that I'm talking about. So,
do you feel like that you cannot further your career and not be in those situations that make you feel the way that they make you feel? Because it's obviously not adding any value to your life.
Right.
All it's doing is draining you.
Right.
So if you take that away from it, and you just, you made up in your mind saying that, this is something that makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm going to be very selective about what I engage in. Only if you see something that is going to add value to your career, if you absolutely don't go, or it's going to take away from it if you don't go to something like this. Is it something where you could put it in the back of your mind and say, I'm not going to stress over this anymore, and I'm going to be selective about the things that I go to, and I'm not going to you're just going to know what that response is. Is that possible? Is that one of those, are you wanting to go more of that direction and being at peace with saying, no, I understand that if I did more of this extroverted stuff, I may get to this position in my career, but on the other hand, maybe not. Maybe it won't add value to your career or further you more in your career. So could you be more at peace with just saying no and limiting yourself by that because you know who you are?
Probably. I just don't think about the furthering of my career neither. I also think just about the sheer educational value of you know, because you're always learning. Always learn, you know, so these places I go, the things that I, you know, want to do will teach me things. But I just don't want to be, you know, I just don't want to be so interactive. You know, I just wish I could sit back. I could be in the back of, you know, now what's interesting is, you know, I mean, going through college and school, high school and stuff like that, I was at the front of the class. It was, you know, it's not an interaction kind of thing, you know, just with the teacher or whatever, and you know, you have friends in the class, that kind of thing. But I'm saying when I go to stuff like that, I just want to be in the back. I just want to sit in the back, watch, and leave it alone. But a lot of the professional development things are, you know, interactive.
Right.
They're just, you know, they're interactive. And listen, I've done them. I've, you know, been in education a little while, so I've done them and been there and did the interactive. You know, I worked at the alternative school in Cleveland, Ohio, and we have professional development like all the time. It seemed like it's more than usual. And you know, you had to get in groups and, you know, and do scenarios and things like that, and you know, and that's when I have to tell my mind to just do it. Don't even think about anxiety. Don't think. And I get through it, and then I'm just like, whew. Oh my
one
gosh.
Down.
Yes.
Is it more of a one down and then?
Yeah, it's not a nervousness. It's not a nervousness because everything I do and where the place I go, I know enough information. I know enough about the subject. You know what I mean? So I can speak about it and talk to you about it and, you know everything about it. But it's just, you know, with these 3 or 4 people in this group, you know, and you know. And that's another interesting thing. When I tell myself to do it, I'm take charge. I want to lead the group. Then it's so weird. It's just so weird.
So you're very comfortable with the content of it.
Yes.
As long as you're in control.
Yes.
It's definitely seems like when you are more vulnerable to people's emotions and what they possibly could say or the direction that they could lead you in away from that is where it seems like you've had enough of those experiences that it's turned into a pattern for you, and that's what's causing the anxiety.
Yeah, that's accurate. It is.
Okay. Well, I think that I mean, is there anything else that you would want to maybe elaborate on it? Is there a goal that you would want to work on the next time that we talk?
I guess like I said, you know, if there are things that I can do before a social situation or whatever that will lessen my anxiety. I don't know if there is, you know, so if there's things that, you know of that I could do to lessen my anxiety. Basically.
Okay. Well, I think that you know, the next time we'll look into some of those types of things that you could use to maybe possibly some meditation, mindfulness behavior. Mindfulness therapy is new, and it's been pretty successful, just being more cognitively aware. I mean, I see that you're very cognitively aware of what's going on with you, but maybe there's some things that we can do in therapy to lessen or minimize the stress that you have, because if you're in education, you know, these are things that are not going to go away.
Right.
So if we can maybe change your perception of them a little bit and maybe find some better coping skills for you, that would be more of a win-win situation, and you have nothing to lose by trying them out.
Right.
You know, because you've probably done the same thing over and over and kind of expected that same result to happen, and so therefore you know, it just repeat, and so maybe if we can start going down a different path, then you'll start to feel better about the entire situation.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Thank you.